So, hydration check before we start this amazing video. Some of the things I come out with sometimes because I'm freestyling, I'll say certain things. And I'm like, bro, why the fuck did you say that? Amazing video, like, what you on about? Do you know what I mean? I say stupid shit sometimes, but because I'm freestyling, I like to just keep it in here and be real with you guys. No one's perfect. Life isn't perfect. Perfection doesn't exist. Now, with that being said, that was a nice little introduction, wasn't it? I'm going to be talking to you about surrounding yourself with riches, with richness, with positive energy, rather than bleak, negative energy. Now, what do I mean by this? This is not going to be one of those cliche videos of you are the 5 people you surround yourself with. It's not one of them things, right? Because you've heard it about a billion times. You already know, yes, the people you surround yourself with will inevitably rub off on you. Their energy is contagious, right? What I want to talk to you about is my little trip in London that I did a couple of days ago with my girlfriend, right? So I went down to London. I've been to London before, but this was the first time I've been like as an adult, so I can remember it. I was a kid when I was younger. I don't really remember it. I went there with my girlfriend. We took the coach down, spent 2 days in London, and it's for Halloween. So we went to this like Halloween club party. It was fucking mad, to be honest. And it was just a very nice experience. But the day before the Halloween club night, we spent just touring London. Went to Big Ben, all the tourists, you know, Tower Bridge, all that kind of shit, London Eye, whatever. Now, fortunately, the past month or two, I've been very financially successful. Let's just say that. I'm not going to give too much away, whatever. I'm not going to brag, but I've been very, very financially successful. Things are starting to take off for me, okay? Money isn't really an issue anymore, which is very, very nice. Now, on this London trip, we, spontaneously were outside the Shard in London, which is just a building. And in this building, they've got restaurants, I believe, on, I don't know if it's the ground floor or whatever, but on the bottom of where the Shard is, you walk in, there's like a security guard, you get scanned. It's proper professional, proper like high class shit. They search you before you go into the restaurant and everything. It's crazy. They've got like 3 different choices of restaurants in this building. Walked in just to check it out. We didn't know it was going to be this, full on. Went in the lift just took us straight to the restaurant. You walk out. Everyone's in suits. The staff are in suits. It's proper classy. I felt out of place. Luckily, I was in London, so I was dressed nice. I had a nice fit on. I was dressed very classy and professional. My girl was too. We walked in just to check it out. And we knew for a fact it was going to be fucking expensive. But I looked at her and I was like, you know what? We're only here once. We never really have these experiences too often. Let's just fucking do it. Life's about living. Life's about having an experience. So let's just fucking do it. Right, so we walked in. This was lunchtime. So we went to have lunch at this restaurant called Aqua Shard. You can Google it if you want. And the lunch here cost me 200 quid. Now, I'm not saying this to brag or anything like this, but £200 on a lunch. Went back, and this was nothing to me at the time. I just scanned it. Yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, financially, I'm doing quite well for myself now. Going from a couple of months ago having to rob from convenience stores because I literally had minus money in my bank account to now spending £200 on a lunch is ridiculous. Now, I can teach you to get to this point in a very concise and logical way if you want to learn. The coaching's down below. That's not the point. Point being is, I was here in this restaurant that cost me £200 for a lunch just for me and my girl. Okay, very, very nice. Absolutely worth every penny. Not just for the food, but for the atmosphere, the people, the environment, the energy that was in the air. I could have stayed in there all day. I went to the bathroom at one point. And I walked to the bathroom, bro. And there was these windows in the bathroom where the sinks were. So imagine you're walking through the door, the sink's on the right, directly next to the door. And where the sinks are, as you're washing your hands, it's just a complete view of the London skyline. You can see the River Thames. You can see just London. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm taking a piss high in the sky after spending 200 quid on lunch. Do you know what I mean? And I was just laughing to myself. I was giggling to myself. I was like, bro, how have you done this? How have you made it this far? I was so happy with myself that day. It was such an amazing day. But then we walked out the restaurant. And again, we were doing our little tourist stuff, going around to Tower Bridge, London Eye, all these different places. And one place I wanted to go in particular was Savile Row. Now, if you've heard of Savile Row, it's an amazing, it's like a little road, basically. And on either side is like this strip of just suit shops, high-end, very, very custom-made high-end clothing lines, clothing shops, tailoring shops, that kind of shit, right? really high class shit. Designer, literally on the next street, there's designer shops, Louis Vuitton, Dior, all that kind of stuff as well. It looks so fucking fancy. It's beautiful. Me and my girl walked around the corner, right? And there was 2 Rolls Royces that drove past instantly as soon as we walked around this corner where Savile Row was. One Rolls Royce drove past, it was like white or some shit. Can't really remember the colour. Silvery kind of white, something like that. There was a black one that came past. There was a driver in the front seat of the Rolls Royce with a cigar in his mouth and one of these like, I don't know what the word is. It's not a fedora, but it's like very fancy hat basically, right? This shows I'm not from around these ends, do you know what I mean? I live on a council estate, bro. But point being, me being from a council estate, surrounded by broke, unambitious, crackheady kind of individuals, right? And I'm not discriminating against them. I was one of these guys, right? I was rough like them guys. You understand what I can get on a level with them. I understand what it's like. But me being from that environment, now surrounding myself on Savile Row, Aquashard, £200 lunches, Rolls Royces driving around, you know what I mean? High class establishments, high class clothing stores, tailored suits that cost 10 grand. Being around that energy, being around those people, being in that environment, surrounding myself with richness, gave me a sense of inspiration that I simply wouldn't have got being in, a council estate environment. So, we went clothes shopping as well. We spent a lot of money in London, and we made it all back instantly as we got back in Manchester. So, but being in these environments, it opened my mind to, number one, how you spend your money as a young man. Because I believe, myself personally as well, we're very, very scared of spending money when you grow up broke. Because you've never had it. So as soon as you get a little bit of money in your bank account, you're like, oh shit, I don't want to lose it, I don't want to spend it. You're terrified of spending it, you live in scarcity. You believe money is hard to make because that's all that you've seen with your own eyes, it's all that you've been around, it's the only energy you've been exposed to. So until you see otherwise, you just believe, and we spoke about belief and how powerful it is, you believe, money's scarce, so hard to make. It's this thing that I should treasure as soon as I get it. Now I've started to realise very, very quickly how abundant money is and how literally there is an opportunity to make money everywhere. It's ridiculous. There's unlimited amounts of money out there. It's literally unlimited. There is no number. It just can be printed like that. It's stupid. It's laughable how much money there is out there. And I had to rob back in the day because I couldn't afford £2 of fucking dental floss, however much it costs. I had to rob that shit. And there's people driving around it with 500k cars. Money that I can't even fathom. You understand? But it's only now that I've started to spend money, I've started to realise the habits that this being around broke energy instills into you. I've started to make really, really stupidly good money. And again, I'm not saying this to flex. I'm not trying to be a dickhead here and be like, oh, look at me, I'm amazing. If I can do it, there is no reason why you can't. But I want you to understand some things to look out for when you do start to become successful. Or even if you're not, even if you're dead broke right now, it's a good mindset to just drill into yourself because you understand the importance of subconscious beliefs, right? So, number one is act of abundance. Like I always say, I'm not going to spend too much time on that topic. Act of abundance. There is plenty of money out there. You must believe you are the kind of man that can have as much as you fucking want. You understand? If you spend money, this is another thing, don't be afraid of spending it. Especially, and I want to really reiterate this point, on experiences, memories, and environments, right? So me spending £200 on a lunch might seem like a waste of money to somebody that doesn't have £200 to spend on lunch. Now, I have been the guy, so I understand how stupid it sounds to look at the bill and there's £200 on literally just a lunch. It's nothing, right? But the money that I spent there was not only an investment to myself and my girl, obviously, she fucking loved it. The whole time she was like, why have you brought me? This is amazing. She ain't gonna get an experience like that anywhere else. That's number one. But number two, it's good for me to, again, be around that energy, be around those people, be around high-class individuals that pay this kind of money like it's nothing every single day, right? That's good for me to learn, to be inspired by, to open my mind up to. Eating lunch in the sky, looking at the view. Not only was it an amazing experience to just enjoy and to think back to, that I'll always have, £200 can be made back, right? It can be made back. Money is something that you can constantly, it comes and goes, it constantly flows. That experience of eating lunch in the sky for £200, with the beautiful bathroom, the beautiful environment, everyone's clean and classy and high class and nice and well-spoken and polite. Being in that environment is something I'll never ever forget. You understand? So it's an investment in that sense, but also the people there will remember me. That's an investment. If I'm ever in London again, and for whatever reason, I'm not saying, like, God forbid, because I absolutely love this girl, for whatever reason, if I have a new girlfriend one day and I end up finding myself in London in the Aqua Shard, I can go in there and they know who I am. They'll remember me because I was polite, respectful, positive, right? It gives me a good impression. They know me. So I walk in there now, the new girl, hypothetically, that's on my arm, and I'm more putting this in your perspective because, you know, maybe you're single right now and you know, just experiment a little bit. It's good to build up a reputation in your town and anywhere that you go. It's good to build up a reputation of yourself, of being a positive, polite, respectful, and abundant individual. So, not one that's scarce of spending money. You understand what I'm saying? Now when they walk in, they know you. This girl's gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy? James Bond kind of vibe. You know, he walks in, the people in here in this very high class restaurant know who he is. Very attractive. So that's an investment as well. So it's not a waste of money. And this is what I'm trying to say. There's a difference between this brokey mindset versus a wealthy one. Okay? And that's one of them. Is you must look at things as investments. When you spend money on experiences, on memories, on environments, on putting yourself in certain restaurants that you wouldn't be in otherwise. This all used to sound stupid to me when I used to hear rich guys giving this advice of like, yeah, bro, network and, you know, pay $200 on a lunch just so you can be around certain people. I used to think, what the fuck? Why does that even matter? Now I get it because I've exposed myself to it. And you don't get that unless you surround yourself with richness. You don't get this point of view unless you surround yourself with people that have money. But you're not able to surround yourself with people that have money if you're living in scarcity and you're living in this broke mindset. When I say broke, I don't mean financially, I mean mentally. It's a mindset. If I lived in a broke mindset, I would have never financially become wealthy. You understand what I'm saying? So just keep this in mind. I want you to, as much as you possibly can, surround yourself with the energy that you want to be more like. Seeing those Rolls Royces drive past. I had a dream about a Rolls Royce the other night. I had a dream I was in a Rolls Royce looking at the stars on the roof. You can tell how that's been embedded into my subconscious now if I'm dreaming about it when I sleep. That's good. I used to dream about I used to have literal night terrors. I used to wake up in sweats, just dreaming about negative shit, dark shit. Now I'm dreaming about this positivity, and it's because I've surrounded myself with this energy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you might not be rich, you might not have an abundance of money just yet. Now, even when I was completely, and I mean financially broke as well, I used to still go into designer stores like Dior, Louis Vuitton, whatever it may be, and just look at the things in there. Gucci. I remember looking at these. I had this girl I was not seeing, but you know, I was in my Playboy phase at the time, and there was this Muslim girl that used to work in like a designer clothing store, right, in Gucci as well. It was like Selfridges, but they have all the different designer stores in there. She worked on the Gucci kind of section, I guess you could say, right? So I used to just come in and see her every now and then, just like have a laugh with her and whatever, and we used to spend time together after her shift. And I went into the Gucci section, and again, I was kind of like broke at this point. I was doing a little bit better, I was kind of getting there a little bit with my coaching and stuff, but I was still struggling, right? But I walked into Gucci and I looked at these pair of suit trousers, and they would cost like 1.1k for trousers, bro. What the fuck? I haven't even seen that much money in my bank account at this point in my life. People are spending that on trousers. What the fuck? Do you know what I mean? But it's being around this environment that will inspire you. It's clearly possible. Clearly exists in front of your eyes. You've seen it with your own two eyes. Now you're just going to make it a reality for yourself. If other people can do it, there is no reason why you can't. You are probably better than most people that have done it. These fucking morons on the internet that make millions of dollars being YouTubers that have nothing to offer to your life other than entertainment and mindless just bullshit. They're making millions of dollars. Why can't you make at least 10k a month? Because you don't believe that it's possible. You might think that you do. Yeah, I believe it, Luke. Yeah, because Andrew Tate can do it and you can do it and Hamza can do it. You don't believe it. Subconsciously, you just don't. Even if you had that money in the bank account, apologies for the baby sister, even if you had the money in the bank account, you'd be scared of spending it. This is something I struggled with when I started to make money. When I tell you my videos are chaotic, I mean it. I don't know if you can hear the fireworks fucking going off in the background. It's the day after bonfire night today. So there's still fireworks going off now. Baby sister crying in the background. And I'm still focused on you, my boy, because I want to help you. Even when you start to make money, you'll get to the point where you're scared of spending it because you don't want to lose it because I might not be able to do it again. That's a lack of belief. If you truly believed you were the kind of man that could make 10k a month, at least, right? You wouldn't be so scared of spending this money that you've got now on experiences, on the girl that you're taking out on a nice date. Stop being so frugal. I used to be like that. I used to be so stingy with my money. Even my own family, I wouldn't want to spend money on them. Not because I didn't care about them or I had like ill intentions for them, because I was stingy and I didn't believe I could make the money back. I was scared. Now I don't give a fuck. You can have whatever you want, mum. You can have whatever you want, my girl. You know what I mean? Like, anyone that I care about now is taken care of because I like that. And I know that I can just make the money back again. So you must live in that same kind of mindset. That abundant mindset will help you. And over time, you'll start to believe it. Especially if you surround yourself with this kind of energy that I was mentioning before. Being around Rolls Royces in London on Savile Row. You know what I mean? Like, bro, there's high class areas and it's nice. Now, yeah, I can't afford a 10k fucking tailored suit. Not yet. Probably could in maybe a month's time. But, you know, I'm getting there. But being around that inspires me to work harder, to do better. You understand what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Look after yourself. The coaching's down below if you want to learn more from me and how I got to this position in life, from being the man that I used, or the boy I used to be, and correct myself. The sexual mastery course is also down below if you want to cure your pornography addiction or anything else related to your sex life. Go and check that out. Look after yourself, and I'll see you soon.